This is the highest ELO I have ever had. You see the ELO? You see the 2686. Now, we are not showing up right now because right now it's Fossil Cup, which is hella boring. But this is when I did the Ultra Cup with Electivire. And Electivire is cool. It's a really cool Pokemon, especially with all the Feraligators and the Flyers. I think it's a slept-on Pokemon. So we're going to go into the Ultra League with Electivire. But you see the ELO? You see the ELO? As you can see now, my ELO is, this is when I was doing an Ace, but we are now in Veteran, almost to Expert. But yeah, so we're going to see how we do with the Electivire. These battles were so long ago. I don't know what happened, so we're going to have to see it together. First matchup here, we have Charizard versus Yikoronis. We have Tapu Fini. Got to get the hell out of there. I'm going to switch to Ampharos, and they have Skeletor. So this is actually not bad here. I can just go for a Brutal Swing, which is going to be super effective damage. They don't have to shield the first one, but they decide to... Wait, there was a little visual glitch. I don't know if they shielded. I think they did. They go for Disarming Voice bait, which is fine. We're going to go for another Brutal Swing after one Volt Switch. And this maybe will be getting another shield. Yes, it does. Okay, so it looks like they're a little worried about Ampharos. But I'm going to decide to let this go. And they decide to bait once again with Disarming Voice. And I tried to click on Brutal Swing, but the game gave me another Volt Switch. So unfortunately, that's unfortunate. I'm going to let this go. They might only be single moved. Because why the hell are you just going for Disarming Voice? I don't know. So I go for a, Blast Burn to take this thing out. They're going to come back in with Tapu Fini. And I have Electivire in the back. So... this is a Stunk Tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going for Ice Punch because I can't lower my defense immediately. So first I'm going to go for Stunk Tank. Let's go for Stunk Tank. Go for Wild Charge. Girl, I'm drunk, clearly. I go for Ice Punch first, so then I get it to Wild Charge range, and now I can go for Wild Charge to take out the Stunk Tank, and then a few more Thunder Shocks, get to Wild Charge, and this, my friends, is going to be taking out the Tapu Mother Effin' Fini. Boom, look at that. One-shots it. And that's going to be a good game. Into the next match, we have Pidgeot versus Charizard. I'm going to immediately switch into Ampharos, and it's going to bring out an Annihilate. So not terrible, right? This is not a clear answer to Ampharos like it is like a Swampert or something. So this is not bad. Annihilate users love to bait, so I'm not going to shield it. And of course, they decide to bait. I'm telling you, Annihilate users, Pelipper users, all y'all do is bait. That's all y'all do. So Brutal Swing is going to be doing some reasonable damage. I'm going to decide to let this go because I want to farm down with my boy Charizard in the back here. So Night Slash takes me out. No boost. Going to come in with Charizard after letting the timer go down a little bit more. Get a Wing Attack. Perfect. They're going to come in now with this time Swampert. So now it's a little tricky now. Now we in a little bit of an issue. I'm going to go for Blast Burn. This is going to be doing some reasonable damage. And now I catch the move on Electivire. Unfortunately, Electivire, you're going to be the third shield in this game. So the thing is, they can't switch out. It's a Pidgeot in the back. So they're going to take out my Electivire. That's fine. I come back in with Charizard. And then they switch to Pidgeot. So now... I think that was a mistake on their end because now they're just giving me more energy. This is fine. I go for Dragon Claw and CMP tie. Are they going to shield? Nope, they let it go. Okay, so, this is still... we can still win this one. We can still win. Obviously, I have to shield every move coming out of the Swampert. Hydro Cannon will take me out. But as long as I keep farming up to all this energy... I think we can win this one in the end. So I go for a Dragon Claw, obviously getting a shield, and I think I can just farm down. A Wing Attack goes through. I'm going to shield. Can we farm down with Swampert? Yes, we can. We're able to win that game. That was a little toughy when I saw Swampert. I'm like, well, I don't know why they didn't come in with Swampert when it came with Ampharos, but it's fine. Bad lead, Tapu Fini versus Charizard. I am going to have to switch out to my Ampharos, and they come in again with Skeledirge. Skeledirge is not a clear answer to Ampharos, but people keep switching it on. So Brutal Swing is going to be getting a shield, and they decide to overfarm. So I'm going to go for another Brutal Swing. And this is going to be getting the final shield from the opponent. Girl, what are you going to do now? I'm going to let this go. Hopefully they bait, but they decide to full send the Shadow Ball, but that's okay. I'm going to come in with Charizard and probably take one Shadow Ball to the booty, but I might have to shield. Maybe I'll shield. Don't let this go. I'll let it go. It's going to be the Shadow Ball. Ooh, that does hurt. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's gonna hurt. And now they can just go for a Disarming Voice to take me out. I am gonna go for a Blast Burn. Does this take this out? No, it does not. It survives with 1 HP. I'm gonna let this go and rely on Electivire to take this whole thing in the end. So they come in with Tapu Fini. I go for a Wild Charge by farming up a little bit more energy, and I'm hopefully in the back. It is something water. Give me a Ferragulator, a Poliwrath. It's going to be... it's going to be Giratina, so that's a little bit of an issue. My defense is dropped, and this is a big yikes here. I'm going to go for an Ice Punch to see how much damage this can do, and maybe we can still win this one in the end. Girl, look at that damage. It did nothing. I'm going to shield and just hope maybe they try to catch the move, and it gets me. They do? Okay, wait a second. WinCon here. They tried to be fancy, and this is what happens when you be fancy. Ice Punch going to come through, and we have another one, and this, my friends, going to be taking out the Giratina, and that is going to be a good game. See, you shouldn't have been fancy. You should not have been fancy. You could have just immediately gone for Dragon Claw, but I don't know why y'all did that. Into the next matchup, we have Charizard versus Dragonite. So not a terrible lead. Shadow Dragons just kind of scare me a little bit. They're just so strong. Dragon Claw is going to be getting the shield. I tried to switch to Ampharos, but it was CMP tie. So I'm going to decide to shield and farm up a little bit more energy and then switch. But they decide to switch to Ferg. So then I switch into my Ampharos. And I'm going to let this go. It's not a Shadow Fergulator, so I can soak up a good amount here. I'm going to go for a Trailblaze. This is going to be, I don't think this takes out the Ferg. Does it take out the damn alligator? They decide to block. Never mind. We'll never know. I'm going to decide to shield, which maybe is a mistake. We'll see. And I tried to get to another Brutal... I should have just thrown the Brutal Swing, but here we are. This is going to be taking out my Ampharos. And now I think I'm going to come in and farm down with Electivire. Yes, okay. Can we farm down? No, we cannot. Unfortunately, Thundershock is not doing nothing. And this Hydro Cannon is going to hurt. Oh my God. Yeah, that does a lot. They come in with Skeletors. I'm going to go for a Wild Charge and then switch into Charizard. And I feel like that should have done more, right? Am I crazy? I don't know. I feel like that should have done more. I'm going to go for a Blast Burn to take out the Skeledirge. And now, they can't come back with Ferg. They got to come in. Okay, I don't know why they came in with Ferg, really. I go for a Dragon Claw. And this hopefully takes out Dragon. No, it doesn't. Can we farm down? Oh, we were able to farm down the Dragonite and we were able to take that game. That was a close one. Now, that was tricky. Into the next match, good lead, Gallade versus Charizard. They're staying in. I don't know. Maybe they have Synchronize or Psychic. I'm going to let this go and just pray it's not neither of those moves, and it's going to be a close combat. Damn. That still does quite a bit of energy. They switch into Swampert, so this is not a Shadow Swampert, so I am able to let the Hydro Cannon go. I don't think they farmed up to Earthquake. Oh, God, yes, they did. Welp, I did not think they farmed up, and they did. Well, this is an issue. I'm going to come back in with Charizard. Yikes. And I'm going to block this move. Yeah, going to be the Hydro Cannon. I'm going to go for one more wing attack and go for a Dragon Claw bait, which probably isn't a great idea because they blocked. Never mind. It's a good idea. Going to go for a Blast Bird on CMP tie. And they're going to decide to shield. Okay. Oh, never mind. It wasn't CMP tie. This might have been CMP tie. I'm not too sure. Maybe they're just farming up to a lot of energy. Going to go for another Blast Burn. This doesn't take out the Charizard. I mean, that Swampert. I have to let this go. They have too much energy. There's really no point of shielding. They have 2 Hydro Cannons. And I'm going to decide to shield because the Earthquake, like we saw last time, one-shotted Ampharos. And this, another Earthquake. Damn, good thing I shielded. But unfortunately, it's an extra drill in the back. So I don't know. I didn't think Wild Charge was going to KO. Maybe Wild Charge could have KO'd. Maybe. I'm not too sure. And I kind of thought I didn't want to lower my defense, but yeah, we do lose in the end. Maybe Wild Charge would have been the better move there, but I mean, the game's over. Nothing we can do. Bad lead here. We have Charizard versus Swampert. And they usually they form up a little bit more. So I was like, crap, I didn't catch the move. So I'm going to block the Hydro Cannon and go for a Dragon Claw bait. I don't know if that was a good idea, but we already did it. Here we are. Dragon Claw is going to be getting not shielded Yike-Coronis, and they have another move. Do I let it go? I do survive the Hydro Cannons because not Shadow, so we're still good. I'm going to go for a Blast Burn. This is going to be getting the shield. And can I get to a Dragon Claw? Yes, I can. Hopefully they think it's Blast Burn, they shield. Maybe they're not counting the moves. And they don't count the moves. Okay, I'm going to come in with Ampharos. And this is a little tricky because I could be Earthquake. I'm going to take a gamble. Oh, and I shield. It's Earthquake. Perfect shield. I go for a Brutal Swing right away. And this is going to be taking out the Ampharos. And what is the final last 2 Pokemon? Because I've only seen Swampert. It's going to be a Togekiss. So I have to go for a Trailblaze to boost up my attack. I don't have Thunder Punch. So unfortunately, this is not going to do a lot of damage. But it does boost up. Look at the Volt Switch damage. And I can get to a Brutal Swing. This is going to be taking out the Togekiss. And now I have to switch immediately to... Oh my God, it's a Charizard. Oh, Charizard. If you are a Charizard lover, close your eyes because you're not going to like this. You're not going to like Charizard getting out of the competition, out of the game. And we're able to win that one. Into the next match. Cannot wait for all the leagues to come back on Friday because Fossil Cup, even though it's been doing well for me, I'm bored. I'm very bored. We have Charizard versus Buzzwole, so this is a good lead. They switch into Ampharos, and I switch with my own Ampharos, and I don't know what move to throw. And they farmed up a lot of energy, but I'm like, it can't be anything crazy, right? No, just going to be a Brutal Swing. That's fine. I go for my own Brutal Swing. And this is going to be getting maybe the shield. They decide to let this go. And I lose CMP tie. I am going to decide to shield myself. I just think I would like to win switch. That'd be nice. I'm going to go for a Brutal Swing. And they're going to decide to let it go. And one Volt Switch takes it out. And they're most likely going to come back with Buzzwole. Yes, they do. I don't know what to throw. I throw Trailblaze. I don't really know what move I'm supposed to throw against this Buzzwole. But, you know, we went for Trailblaze. Boost up your attack. And I thought I can get 2 more Volt Switches, but I can't. Come back with Charizard. And unfortunately... Okay, we have a Bumblebeer. You see the damn bird. I have not seen this Pokemon in action. So... I knew it has Payback and Fly, so I decide to let this go because I know I can survive, and now just come in with Electivire. So here's my thinking. Farm up to 2 Wild Charges. I can survive a Fly or a Payback, right? They go for Girl, Payback takes me out. Electivire. Come on. You can't survive a little Payback. You look tanky and you're not. So unfortunately, we go down and now they can just counter down and we lose that game. All I had to do was shield. I thought Electivire was a little bit more tankier than that, but clearly I was wrong. Into the next match, we have Poliwrath versus Charizard. Not the greatest lead, so I am going to decide to catch the move on Ampharos. Hopefully it is a Skull, but they decide to bait with an Icy Wind, which is fine. They come in with Giratina. And Brutal Swing is going to be doing some respectable damage, even though I am debuffed. They can't farm me down. So, yeah, Dragon Claw. They need 1 more Dragon Claw to take me out. So, hopefully, before that happens, I can go for 2, maybe 3 Brutal Swings if they decide to over... Oh, never mind. Damn, I didn't even get to the other one. Lord. All right, you wanted to get me out of there real quick. So, I'm going to come back in with Charizard. And get to a Dragon Claw. which I think I already have loaded. Yeah, I have some loaded. So I'm going to go for a Dragon Claw here. And this Giratina might have Ancient Power. So that's going to be a little tricky. But I go for another Dragon Claw. Hopefully I can get the shield. And no, they let it go. Okay, last Pokemon is a Ferragulator. Okay, so I'm going to go straight for Dragon Claw. I want to get this for, as low as possible. That's fine. And I'm not going to... Oh, I think I win Pita. So what I'm thinking is Electivire with 2 shields is able to win this one in the end. They let it go. I'm going to let this go. Farm down with Electivire. And hopefully he can win in the end. So I am going to have the shield. This is the shadow boosted Hydro Cannon. You bet your booty I'm going to have to shield this one. And they come in with Poliwrath. So I decide to bait with an Ice Punch because I don't want to lower my defense. And they decide to shield. Okay, so I think... Oh, this is going to be so tricky. I decide to let this go, thinking it's just an Ice Punch or an Icy Wind. Girl, that did so much damage. Oh my God. And we lose. All I had to do was shield, but I did not think that the Electivire was so darn classy. We have Charizard versus some bug in the beginning. I wasn't looking, but now we have Ampharos versus Gyarados. I switched kind of late because the game wanted me to do more fast moves, and then we freeze because how can you play Pokemon Go without some freezing? So I'm not too sure how much energy they have. So I'm just gonna go straight for a Trailblaze. If I did know how much energy they have, I probably would have farmed down, but I was a little bit worried. So now this bug's gonna a Heracross. There you go. Heracross gonna come in, get a farm down. I'm gonna be ending a parting gift with a little brutal swing that does absolutely nothing. And I'm not too sure the move things counts for this thingy. I think it might have a rock move, so I decided to shield. And girl, it has Rock Blast. Did you know that? Did you know Heracross has a Rock Blast? I didn't. I go for a Blast Burn. I'm getting a lot of freezing right now, and it's just, it's a little bit of mess going on. They do decide to to shield. I decide to let this go. It is going to be a Dark Pulse. I kind of thought they were going to bait with a nice, what's that poison move? The thing that lowers your defense. You know what the hell I'm talking about. What's that damn thing called? It lowers your, what's that damn called? Poison Jab? No. Poison Icy Wind? What the hell is it called? Icy? No, there's no damn ice. Acid Spray. I thought it was going to Acid Spray me. God damn, sorry. Wild Charge did not even take out the darn slug, whatever the thing is called, Muck. Wild Charge gets shielded by the Heracross, and now, I don't know how long it takes to get to a Rock Blast, so I decided to go just straight for Dragon Claw. That might have been a mistake, because this Muck can now Poison Jab me down, and we unfortunately lose that game. God damn, how many battles did I do? Lord have mercy, it's going to be a long-ass video. My bad. This is a long one. Hope you have some snacks. We get some freezing in the beginning here, because why not? This is perfect. We love a good freezing. It's Charizard versus Skeledirge, and it froze, so I have no idea how much energy he has. I kind of was like, screw it, let it go, and they decide to bait with a Disarming Voice. I was like, okay. I'm going to go for a Blast Burn. This could be doing some pretty good damage to Skeledirge. Ben, look at that. Okay, I see you. Charizard. With your little fire, a little shiny Charizard too. I get the shield, and at this point, I'm cool with letting Charizard go. But they decide once again to bait with a Disarming Voice. Maybe they only have one move. I'm not too sure. So I am going to go for a Dragon Claw to take out the Skeledirge or get the final shield. And we get the final shield. Okay, that's fine with me. I'm going to come in with Ampharos. I decide to shield, thinking there's no way you're going to bait again. But they bait again. And I'm like, dude, I'm not shielding again. I'm going to let this go. It's going to be another Disarming Voice. So they might be single moved. I'm not too sure. But they have a Clefable in the back. So Clefable is one of the tanky fairies, right? And I don't have Thunder Punch or anything. So it's a little tricky here. I'm going to let this go. Hopefully if I survive a Meteor Mash, I survive it. We're good to go. And we get some freezing again. I go for a Trailblaze. And, I'm going to need I'm going to need Electivire to take this out. And they have a Tentacruel in the back. So this is going to be a nice little win for us. Electivire just needs to farm up to 2 wild charges. And I'm going to decide to block in case it's Scald. I think Scald, I don't know if it takes me out, but they go for an Acid Spray. Screw you, Tentacruel. Just for that, we're going to wild charge the Tentacruel. This is going to be taking out the Tentacruel. And goodbye. And the final wild charge will be taking out on CMP tie, the Clefable. And that, my friends, is going to be a good game. And that is the end. Is that the end of the video? Yeah, okay, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm very high in ELO right now, the highest I've ever been. It's been fun, but I'm ready to run some spice. I'm ready for all the leagues to come back. If you want to send me your videos, your battles, you can look in the description down below. And thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, afternoon, night, whenever you're watching this. Eat something, drink something, you deserve it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.